What up, people? What's good? Top of the morning, top of the morning. See who up out there working, getting your work on. Go getters going to get that money. My knowledgeable people out there. Go getters going to get that money. My people out there. Yeah, up early. A few things to talk about. Man. And you know what's crazy is why we always gotta be the one to try to tear each other down, man. Why we always gotta be the ones that when we see each other doing good, somebody out of the blue, out of that crowd, just steps right out and always just point their finger at the person that's doing good and try to make them look bad and have no real reason for doing so. Because they don't have no motion. They don't have no attention on them. And even when they got some attention on them, that's still not enough. They still want to come for a person that's doing what they supposed to do. That don't be blasted, calling nobody out their names and saying nothing unless it's truth. Not just saying it just to be saying it about a person and all that. You can't be mad of being who you are and what you have done. And real quick before I get into it, the OG Hollywood. I've been watching OG Hollywood podcast. Very, very powerful brother. I like what he stand for. He give a lot of good messages, and he do it in a tone that, you know, that some people might don't like, but it's in a tone that it really gets the point across. And I got a lot of respect for that brother. And I watch, his podcast and the things that he talk about. Some things I don't agree with what he said, but 95% of it I do. Period. Everybody not going to agree with what everybody says. And another thing of what I do agree with him about is calling people rats. When these people are still around and can step to you immediately if need be, if want be, and a lot of y'all will get caught off guard because a lot of y'all podcasters are out here doing wrong that by calling people rats, especially if you don't know they're a rat, and or if you don't have no legs to stand on. If you ain't about that business with them toasters, and you ain't really about that business, and or if you don't want to be about that business, then you really shouldn't be calling nobody out. Because it says a lot about your character too. If you really not outside and you stay on the inside, you ain't got to worry about nobody ever bumping into you or seeing you, and you want to speak about that. That's kind of crazy, man. Carson Williams said, and living in their mom's basements. Yeah, a lot of y'all podcasters be living in your mom's basements and all that, man. And that's the crazy thing about that. Living in your mom's basements and making accusations about people that knowing that if you was there, you would never do that. Knowing if you seen that person, you wouldn't. So OG Hollywood his point is big and real deep. So now I want to get into a little bit what I'm talking about as well. So, we seen the Brian Glaze donut dude want attention once again. Nobody was paying him no attention. I came at him one time about something, and then he goes at Unique, because Unique Mega Audio is my bro. He goes at Unique because he know Unique got a big platform. So he want Unique to mention his name, so Unique audience will go over there. Unique kind of confronted it on one of his episodes last night. But he never mentioned nobody's name. Like it's wild out here, bro. For people to do that and start this drama for nothing. When people was doing successful things, people was moving accordingly and trying to help the youth. Speaking of, things where they've been at, what they've been through, telling the youth don't do it. You're not telling nobody don't be a snitch, meaning don't be a snitch so people could be successful at selling drugs, what they doing. No, the message is don't sell drugs so you don't have to rat. That's the message. It's not a message to glorify or act as if somebody is pushing somebody to do the right thing for snitching. Nah, that's not the message. Don't do the crime so you don't have to snitch. That's it. Like, come on, man. And I'm seeing that the Brian dude used an old clip of what Miss T did and said. That's old. So that shows y'all like why the brother doing that? Where's that come from? Why you all of a sudden out of the blue try to make a person look bad, man? Because my bro popping. That doesn't make sense, bro. I ain't even up here to beef with Brian. This ain't even a beer. It's just a diss joint. This is a pull your coat joint, my dude. Like, for what? For what? And I wasn't even going to address Miss T about nothing, but up under the video Brian made, she still made a comment saying my bro's a fraud and a liar. Like, come on, man. How? That's impossible. I was there. Really, it was really popping like that. And anybody knows him knows that. And the actual video that he did with Alpo went over a lot of y'all heads. He was trying to give an example of a man that went and stood 10 toes down and a man that actually went and cooperated. And he called Alpo. He put that together. All that other stuff about believing 95% or whatever he said was over the phone and all that stuff. How are we going to believe somebody saying something like that when they call themselves a Queenpin and they never ever was a Queenpin and never sold no heavy drugs? If a woman was selling heavy drugs in Harlem and New York, we know the big dabs and the what was Jamie O's sister's name? I forgot her sister, man, but I forgot his sister, man, but she was popping. It's a few real women that was dropping that work off to the guys in the hood and was highly respected, and they was getting their money and getting paid, all of the above. I don't remember none of that with Miss T. I don't remember none of that. My people was coming up. I had family members, and I could speak on it. Homie did his time and all that. But I had people coming up spending $60,000 a week or every other week and all that. That's just one person, man. Y'all do the math times a month. Like, that's just what, 2-3 people. Like, why try to tear down a real guy that's out here trying to help people? and speak to the youth. So now if you try to discredit him, the youth gonna look at it like, oh, he a fraud. So now we starting all over again, and now the youth will be out here still running around crazy. What would, like, no guidance from OGs like the Uniques and all the other guys that is out here that's putting in that good work and all that, man. Then you talk about Club 2000. Miss T said he had one night. When he got the club, he did the one night, but he made an agreement with the person that he bought it from that he'll still keep the Spanish nights rolling, which is a smart move to do. I got the black night rolling, and I got the club. Now it's mine. So the black night rolling, and I can make money off the Spanish night too. Come on, it makes sense. A whole bunch. Lynx TV, what up? Gongo Roach, what up? It only makes sense to keep the club rolling the way it normally was rolling and add your night in there. And now you got a real well-established business. That's how it goes. But show some, you can't talk no proof about because you acting like you was out there, because you was dating dudes and all that. Miss T said she ain't bragging. Her husband was the plug. You and your husband was the plug, but we only see you riding around in the Acura Legend. Acura Legend. I want to say it was a Ford or a Joy, whichever what it was. It was an Acura Legend. The husband, that's the plug. That I know my bros that was definitely big kingpins was buying their wives Benzes and the newest up to date Volvos and they mothers big cars, big trucks and all that. They bought their daughters or they side pieces, little Acura Legends. I'm just saying. But you can't discredit a real dude. That ain't good money, man. That ain't real. That's not real grown man. That ain't real grown lady. And I don't know why homie just came out of the blue now all of a sudden and try to discredit my bro. Cause I guess cause he got them, that 100,000 plus hurt, man, to see another dude like that, I guess. Instead of us congratulating, man. You're supposed to congratulate, man. You ain't supposed to be tearing a man down when he rolling, and they not thinking about you. And yes, we know Brian Glaze Gibbs, Donut, whatever you will call him, was a tough terror, threat, and all that out there. But at the end of the day, you can't just be bothering people, man, and think that nobody's supposed to say nothing. But I guess you want attention, homie. But ain't nobody was sweet when we was outside at all, period. Period. And we don't glorify none of that. We don't glorify none of that. But nothing was sweet. So I'm just trying to figure, what was your purpose? What's your point? And I'm only speaking up for my bro because that's somebody I love in real life, like a big bro. And he don't need me to speak up for him. That's a fact. But he ain't on that. He over there doing him. He ain't thinking about none of that at all. But anything that he spoke about is facts. Was a good dude. Looked out for a lot of people all the time. Everything he said is a fact. Miss T know what it is. I'm one of the guys that could definitely speak that. Yeah, where I used to be at, 142nd, Broadway in Hamilton. Miss T been in there. She been in my spot before. She know what it is, and that's a fact. come and see my brother. She know what it is. Spot jumping. So it's like, man, stop. Why would you want to tear a brother down, man? And then this Alpo situation. So I watched the video again because everybody said, you know, Unique didn't have that steam for Alpo. I didn't see nothing that where was steam at with Alpo and him. He was just breaking down, and he said, "I don't agree with nothing you did." He said that. Alpo put his hand out first and shook Unique hand. And it says to save the youth.
I'm gonna try and interview him because he told the judge my life was a waste and everything else about me. You understand what I'm saying? But I done went in, I done, got myself together, learned to read and write and did me fought to get out and now I'm out. So now I have something to offer to the community. So that's why, like I said, I'm trying to bring us to them to let them know we messed up. You know what I mean? We don't want them to make our choices. Right. And that's what it's all about. We don't want them to make our choices. And we, like they always, that saying, if we can save one, and that's it. But we want to save more. And you know what I mean? But we got to start somewhere. But the first thing we got to do is we got to come together. Yes. And give understanding. And get understanding. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to do right here. And that's it. With those who agree with them, whoever you need me to sit down with. Yeah. Sit down as men. As men. And that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Where, like I said, you already know. They know you. I'm not going to let you blow no smoke on my ass, and I ain't blowing up your ass. Not at all. We're going to be men, and we're going to say what we feel. And we're going to walk out of here like we walked in. As men. As men. You know what I mean?
And that's it. I didn't see no pressure on nobody. I didn't see none of that. I didn't see none of that. It's just a regular conversation between one guy that stood up and one guy that didn't. And one thing you got to do is, give a person their props when they speak about who they are. So Poe didn't hide who he was and what he did. And he's trying to tell y'all, don't get caught up so you don't have to do what he did. Unique said, don't get caught up so you don't have to face the time that he was facing for the rest of your life. So it's just a message. But people out here too caught up with want to call people snitches and all that crazy mess and all that. That ain't good. I never called Brian Glaze Gibbs a snitch. He stood up and said what he did and manned up for it. I never called you that. I only just called you out when you was trying to disrespect with what people was trying to build and do. It's a whole bunch of other people out here that you can focus on and talk about. Why not? That's really out here fronting like they was doing something or is doing something. And speaking about people, when I talk about a brother that's really making moves and that's really out here trying to help. And, everybody ain't perfect. Ain't gonna, hit the nail on the head every time with things they say and in their episodes and all that. But why? What is it all about? Because I could really go in depth about the moves that was made and all that. I don't even feel all that's necessary. I already know my bro, Unique would have been like, man, I ain't even stressing none of that, man. But, the end of the day, we know what it's all about. My bro, you got 100-something thousand subscribers. He's doing the good and the right thing, the righteous thing, so people don't like that. And the comments was going in crazy on Miss T on that Brian Glaze Gibbs joint. They was going in crazy on him. And he was going in crazy on him. How we gonna believe somebody that we ain't never seen in the streets doing nothing, which is Miss T? I ain't never seen you doing nothing that was popping. What block? Where? Okay, you was hitting who? Some of these females I know that was popping and getting that money. I know who they was hitting, and I know they was ringing bells. I know who was hitting them. Then she say Unique wasn't no plug. Yo, that's crazy. Finesse Analyzer said, Glaze got a lot of hate for Unique. Yeah, that's a fact, man. And that's crazy. We met Glaze Khan before. They ran through our hood like that too. Nothing to play with dudes and all that, but they knew who to play with. We wasn't getting none of that flack. They come through, speak with us, chop it up with us, period. And we wasn't none of that with the starting the drama and the trouble. We ain't with all that. But we wasn't letting nobody play with us. Never, ever. Finesse Analyzer said, I can understand why T acting out against Unique. She was just a pump and dump for him. She in her feelings. You know, it's deep, man. How our culture is against each other when we see each other doing good. It was a Spanish guy up there speaking about how, and he was just pulling our coat, said like how we all should stick together because they stick together. It's 5 of them on one business. El Blaze, yep, we early with it, salute. He's like, yeah, it'd be 5 of us on one business, even if they all got to stay in one house and pay one rent and go out and make it happen. They do that. Us, it'll always be turmoil. 5 of us can't stay in no one house. 5 of us can't even stay in one business. Why do when we start off getting money together because we, from the bottom, everything happy, fun, we made it, it's popping, it's prosperous, we still having fun, when we get to the top of that plateau, then now it's some all type of turmoil and beef going on and everybody want to separate. We watching this now through our rappers. That's crazy, man. I never could understand it. Why we can't stick together long enough or sit down and have an understanding, pull a meeting together. And get that out of the way so we don't have to go through that, and let's continue being successful. Black Jelly Bean says, stay in the same crib until everyone eating. Facts. That's a fact. Not tearing each other down and all that. What it's all about, man. Like, come on, Brian Gibbs. What it's all about, bro. Can't discredit a real man. I'm gonna show y'all something. What Unique did for me back in the day, my birthday. Threw me a humongous party, man. Threw me a humongous party with a crazy cake. And this at Club 2000. I don't know if I can get the picture to sit straight, man. These phones be wilding. Let me see if I can get the picture straight. Hold up, y'all. How you good front on the man? This is just one thing. I'm just showing y'all real quick. This would be my daughter's mother at the time. This phone wilding. Let me see if y'all can see that. That's the birthday cake. Got a man with the woman giving him head of the cake. That's how Unique was. He's a funny guy. But this is at Club 2000. And the female in all the way in the back, I don't know if y'all can see. We had Luke Skywalker females there that night when there was those personal dancers Luke used to travel with all the time. One of them was in the back sitting behind me. But yeah, Vio still say, I remember when Unique had that diamond hoop earring. A lot of ninjas was mad at the stunting. I think Glaze one of them broads. Vio still said. Man, let me think, man. To be right in exact how Miss T saying Unique was a fraud. He's the first guy with a PlayStation in the van, in an MPV van, leather seats, plushed out, the white, BMW wide body kit with the rims alone, what 10,000 for one. Everybody knew about that drop top joint, and all these cars at one time, man. Uh, Benz is another MPV with the, you had the satellite joint on the top of it. We used to ride around, having fun, doing the things we like to do. Ville still said, Boosie, you know what it is. As someone said in the chat, she just mad that Unique pumped the dunker. She understand back then what it was. Unique weren't the only D-boy she's messing with. Now she bitter. And a lot of these people, really know what it is, but you got people out there that don't know Miss T, so she could come up with these accusations that she was this, getting all this kind of money and ride. I ain't never seen her riding in nothing big boyish. I ain't never seen her own big boy toys. But I know a few other females that's been out there popping, had their own Benzes, 2 and 3 of them and all that. Everybody, would want to talk that talk, man, but nobody wasn't talking that talk when Huey was out there in his primes. And that's a fact. He ain't never had to worry about nobody. No preacher, no nothing. Preacher son was one of my great friends. Period. Until he turned out to do what he did. But it is what it is. Finesse Analyzer said she's a fraud. She's on Ian Beck channel saying she made $500,000 a year. Right, that's bugged out. If we would have known all that. The streets, you can't hide it, especially back then. We was too busy flossing. Finesse said that's 26 mil a year. Well, that means she was making 500,000 a week, she said. That's some big boy birds to be moved. Huh? And you think the streets would have known about it? Finesse Analyzer, she ain't make no damn 26 mil a year in the 80s. Right, Finesse Analyzer, 5,000 a week, facts. Yo, make sure y'all subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. But yeah, Unique definitely was that dude, man. And I'm only saying it because it's my bro. Like in real life. Wake me up every morning to ride the dirt bikes. We throwing big parties. He buying everybody linen suits. Like, we can't front on nobody that's been good to you and real to you, man. That's what real people do when, like I told somebody the other day. Vanessa said, Boosie, you was the man in the 80s. We know who you came up under. We know who was the players back then. If she can lie like that, then she can lie about everything she's saying about Unique. And that's my point. Can't be trying to sabotage a man that's doing the right thing, when he pays his debt to society and all that. And trust and believe, man. Ain't nothing soft about my bro, man. Nothing. I've seen him in action in clubs, smack people with bottles in his hand in the club with a whole Heineken bottle. And all his hands split up, had to go to the hospital that night. He running, chasing the dude out the club, running to the car to go grab that, you know what. I'm running outside. I'm like, what happened? What? He's like, I don't know. The nigga ran through the back. What was Boston Road? What was that club? Savoy Manor we used to go to back in the day in the Bronx. XL mentality. I was in Lewisburg when Unique set it off on the police. The same situation he got sent to ADX for. Homie is official, and I'm from DC. Facts. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not up here to diss Miss T. I'm just speaking facts. I'm not up here to diss Brian. I'm just speaking facts. Y'all want to send smoke my bro way? This is what we do. We send smoke back. My bro ain't got to talk. He good. And like I was telling somebody the other day, you know, when a brother puts you in position, right? And now when Unique went to jail, I was in position when I got out of jail. He was coming to bail me out for $1 million bail. He was coming. He got locked up that same week or after he left my mother's house talking to me. I didn't know what happened. Long story short, I always was in position. I got myself caught up in something. I got out of jail, but my brother always had me in position after I was stopped running with the other people that I was running with, which was my brothers too. And I learned a lot from. But now my bro get locked up. I get home. I get myself back in position, get myself on my feet. Boom. I'm rocking and rolling, making sure he's straight in jail whenever he call. He needs something, I send it. Send it to sis, you know, to his wife. And, just, you know, that's how you're supposed to do. Now, when he come home, he's down and out because the feds take everything from you. You feel what I'm saying? But when my bro came home, they tried, you know, on the Brian Glaze Gibbs joint, he trying to compare it to Meech. Like, yeah, y'all see when the Kingpin come home, he's broke. And Unique was broke. I think, you know, Miss T ain't saying Brian. Either one of them said it. My bro wasn't broke. Plus, he had stuff to fall back on. And people seen him riding around in the drops and all that early. It's just you don't show your hand. You don't do that. So now, not only that, you keep everything in position the way it was. Yeah, I'm in the game. I'm in the music industry. I've got this going and all that. But yeah, I still supposed to pull my brother back up the way he was at because he still know the people that I might need to utilize. And not only that, just put him in position. I don't want to feel like I'm bigger than him. But at the end of the day, we still equal. But I'm not gonna have my bro sitting around looking crazy and all that. Nah, why? I ain't gonna be you running with me now, bro. Not answering his calls, not doing that ain't how you supposed to do. Like they always say, you don't outshine your master, even though you are in position. No, you still make sure that your people is straight, that put you in position. Because if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be doing you. And that's a fact. Because I applied a lot of the lessons that I was taught. And I watched and I've learned what not to do also by watching. And that's a fact. And that's what I told people, Epic Eric, and Meech ain't broke either. Y'all keep thinking that. Y'all silly vanilly. He's still in doing that halfway out stuff. He can't show his hand right now. So if people think that, a lot of people see these podcasters be out here tearing our people down that went and really held it down. And until somebody shows something different, then give that man his praise. And not just because he sold drugs, we praising the drug dealer. No, he went and paid his debt to society. That's what we praising. And now he coming home and gonna be a smarter man and open up a business and do something. That's what he was trying to do. And he already was doing it with the show, with the series. And probably was trying to do something else with Ross. I still agree. He still, could have pulled 50 coat. And like, yo, I'm gonna go holler at Ross, da-da-da. Just out of the respect factor of that. That don't mean that he's a belittle or he's lower than Meech. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or Meech is a little dude to him, because Meech is a giant, no matter how you put it. His mental put him behind them walls for that long. His mental had him operating $1 billion business, whether it was drug or not. So imagine what he'd do with legal business. But, You know, the man ain't no dummy. And nobody shouldn't be doing that. But see, these podcasters put all this stuff out there to get views and numbers because they getting a little check from YouTube because they ain't never seen that type of money in their life. And if they was out here running around with somebody, picking the money up and taking it back, they was doing mule work and never ever ran their own spots. Ran their whole team up in the buildings and regulating and at the crib or somewhere, bottling up, sitting it out, getting the money, putting the money together, go pay who you need to pay or go buy from whoever you buying from. They never did that. They just podcasters talking and sabotaging the man's character out here with other things that, you know, he could be doing. That's corny. That's crazy. But I know what it is. I've been that route. I've been regulating in my area, Harlem streets. I've been regulating thanks to my bro Unique. Thanks to my bro. Thanks to that dude right there, man. Showed me a lot and I learned a lot. And I'm just want to show y'all a prime example of loyalty. Period. This for the Brian and the Miss T's and all that. You can't discredit nobody, especially you know you wasn't popping like that, Miss T. If I'm bugging out, somebody let me know where I'm bugging out at. Vito still said Boosie used in the old boy video. Nah, I ain't make that video, bro. I ain't make that one. Shout out to Cam. It's my bro. Shout out to Jimmy. That's my dude. I wish them two could get that together. That's another example of, you know, our culture being torn down, man. Because that was a big movement, man, that had people loving them all over the planet, man. And you know, and that's sad, man. It's sad. But Cam, for a fact that I know, is a great dude, man. That dude did a lot for me as well, man. On his coming back up. That's a fact. Call him if he got it. If he can do it for you. I called him to do a feature for my brother one time. I'm like, man, what you gonna charge me, man? He like, man, boost your family, man. I ain't gonna charge you. No, he said, exact words. He said, I ain't gonna charge you nothing. Just send me the verse and all that. And if it makes some money, send me, send me whatever you want to send me. Vil still say he did the same thing with Beans and Jay. Never should have happened with Jim and Cam. Yeah, it shouldn't have never happened, man. But, I got my opinions, but I'm going to keep it to myself. But I know, and when I see Jim, it's always love when he see me. So I ain't got nothing bad to say about Jim. I just, I did a lot of business with Cam. I've done some shows with Jim, booked some joints with him and all that. And he came through, wasn't no Mr. Flights and none of that. He was on time, all that. Never was no headaches. So I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. I just wish they get that together. But my brother Unique, nothing never was soft about him. That was just one incident that I gave y'all in the club with no hesitation. Smacked the dude with the bottle. Broke the bottle on me, ran out the club. Unique chasing them. I'm running behind Unique. Mad different cars, the match outfits. Every car. Y'all know New York, got how we got all the garages all around. Got cars in different garages. And if we turn up in one, we coming out in another one. And they're going to think that we was in that car. Those are the way how he used to move. When he ride around too much in one car, you'll see him go in the garage. And when he switch up, come out in another one. And every car had them things in it, them toys. That's a fact. Show on y'all another picture. I don't know nobody that ever played with my bro. And y'all just seen the video with him and Poe. Poe shaking his hand, Poe talking normal to him. That was a respectful conversation against a man that went and told and a man that went and did his time. And y'all let that fly over your head and then get the message Unique was trying to say. Y'all got it as if he highlighting a rat. He wasn't highlighting a person that rat. He was sending a message. That's what his podcast stand for, and he even put that in there. That showed at the beginning about the message, and y'all still let it go over y'all head. Somebody said Jim had to vacate to Miami after Gangsta Lou got at him. It is what it is, though. I don't know. I can't speak on that one. I don't know about that one, bro. You know, Jim them always was moving around anyway. Jim, they always moved around. Traveling and all. They stayed on the go. I ain't gonna lie, I had a show booked for him in Durham one time, and I'm calling the phone. Finally, I'm calling Cam phone, and finally Jim Jones answered the phone, and they was like, damn, man, oh, we in, and this one, R. Kelly was R. Kelly then. He wasn't for, blamed for what he blamed for now, but they was down in Florida working on a song with R. Kelly. But I'm just saying that's just one place. I could just name mad places they always traveled and moved around to, man. And sometimes, man, when you get money, you gotta get out the hood anyway, because the hood is where they hate you the worst, man. Can sneak you easy. Finesse Analyze said, nah, that boy was missing in action for like a year. Vito still said missing in action. I'm gonna show y'all another joint. This is with me and Unique and Gangsta Lou. We was at Club 2000 on stage. Lou was performing. And that's Todd One, the one smiling. That's another one of the big bros. Good, great dude. But this is how we was giving it up back then, man. You can't be no thorough ninja in Harlem. And no, you can't say you was thorough in Harlem and not be called out by real thorough men. No real thorough men call my bro out. How can a female call a man out that was really getting it, riding around in different cars, throwing the biggest parties on the planet, wearing the most expensive furs? Like, how? But no real men called them out yet. And New York dudes can't wait. Somebody said, Vito still said, that's a throwback right there. I remember Lou had the green fatigue. That was the war suit right there. Yeah, Lou used to love those green fatigues, man. That's a fact. That's a fact. But how New York dudes will call you out in a heartbeat? I'm sorry. That's a fact. Unique would have been called out, man. Somebody would have been called him out. So, this is what I'm saying to Brian. I ain't up here I could be going on and all that with the Brian. I ain't here to bring you down, bro. You doing what you doing. Get your money, man. You in the crib doing you. We still be outside. Period. And not saying that to say nothing. I'm just saying we still outside, man. Because when you well loved, you could come outside. You heard out of Gene Dill mouth, he said Unique was bigger than Peter Shue. That's a fact. Unique was bigger than Rich Porter and Alpo. He just wasn't idolized because he got caught up in the middle of his run. And Peter Shue was a legend in the city for getting money. That's a fact. Big shout out to Peter Shue, big dog. Unique was just on that level and more. Unique was bigger than them guys. It's just he moved the correct way, nobody would never know. You just see him riding around in cars. You never knew how his business was conducted because that's how he always moved. You can't even hand him money outside. He'd get mad. Yo, don't hand me no money outside. Don't ever do that in your life. I watched him tell people that. That's how I knew not to do it once I see them do that, but which I would never did it anyway. But, and meaning $20. Don't even do none of that. Don't, that's how he was. And he said, and Unique wouldn't even do business with guys that had girls. He always told me that. He said, man, something about you, man. I know you got a girl and all that, man. But yo, I don't even do business with dudes with girls. Because they don't want to go to jail. They get caught, they be ready to tell something, man. He said, something about you, man. The way that he moved was different, man. But I know and seen with my own eyes, ain't nobody can tell me nothing different, brother. Nobody. And yeah, you know, you gonna have haters, yo, you ride Unique coattail. That's my brother. And I'm always speaking for my brothers. Always. Period. That's what we supposed to do. I don't gotta ride coattails. I get my own money, got my own house, my own everything. I'm sitting in my house right now, do this every day from home, and go outside and open up the truck. I got a movie on Tubi. Y'all make sure y'all go check it out. It's called A Polished Soul, written by Mike Anderson. It's my brother, true story. But me and him and the guy, Bird, that was Judge Judy's bailiff, the black guy, you know, we partners with that movie. So, you know, we making moves around here. We ain't pressed for nothing. Period. VO still say you was raised by the best. That's why you had principles. Unique picked up on that. Now, that's a fact. And I appreciate that. And this ain't nothing to be bragging. I'm not bragging. I ain't where I want to be, but I'm on the way though. A lot of things in the making. New movies is coming. A lot of things y'all getting ready to see, man. We about to light it up. That's a fact. A lot of the big gatekeepers is moved to the side, you know. My brothers is coming through. We got Dave Dash coming through. That network is growing. He's tightening it up. And we getting ready to go to the top. But a lot of these dudes out here be doing fraudulent talk, fraudulent conversation, trying to tear another brother down. Don't do that. But we outside because we well loved. And a lot of them goons that was out there that was like O'Brien, they was out amongst us, but they didn't bother us. They was cool with us. We might have had a run-in or two with some of them, but we had to let them know, nah, this ain't what it is, man. You ain't getting nothing over here but the same thing you trying to give. And that's a fact. And I can't speak this on this level, on this podcast. Ain't a bunch of New Yorkers going to see what I'm saying right now. Ain't nobody going to dispute it, what I'm saying, because it's a fact. I had my own team, 142nd Amsterdam and Broadway in Hamilton, around the corner from Gordo, and Big Chubb, Tone, that got killed. They said that, you know, he did bad. I don't know. His brother Chris, that's my boy. Those is my boys. If I wasn't hanging with Unique, I was hanging with them. The Gordo that run with Jay-Z right now, that's my bro. And me and him torn between some biased stuff because he cool with Jay-Z, I'm cool with Dave Dash, but still at the end of the day, that's my bro. Which OG Warren is his cousin, but that's my bro though. Detroit versus everybody. So I don't care how tough Glaze talk. He didn't want to see Mo Grimes back in the 90s. Detroit versus everybody say Unique had a mean squad. He had a mean squad, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Ain't nothing to play with my brother, man. Nothing. But he was a good dude. He didn't want no problems with nobody. But if you crossed him, then it's gonna go there. That's a fact. Yeah, Alpo came home and shook people's hand. I seen OG Hollywood say he came home and made certain people look like fools in Harlem, shook hands and made them take pictures and all that. But still, at the end of the day, Alpo knew who to do that too. So you can't hold the whole Harlem with that, because everybody wasn't going for none of that. Period. So I don't know that part, but I know, once again, what OG said is facts. Alpo was nothing to play with, and he could fight. I watched him fight. I'd have saved him and Wayne Perry from getting hit. But I done seen him knock people out straight up with the hands, all that. But still, everybody just know who not to play with anyway. It's always gangsters respect gangster, period. Finesse Analyzer said that's a fact. Unique is on camera telling the man that he's a snitch and he don't respect that decision. Right, but he didn't say he's a snitch. He said it the correct way, in a respectful manner, because that word ain't nothing to be thrown around, and he was out there to get a point across. That's all. It wasn't though trying to discredit him, and Alpo already owned up to it, and he knew what it was. So, like people always say, I could respect the man that stand on what they did that was wrong. That's it. Poe was a gangster just like Unique, but Unique had to make that point clear. I don't respect your decision, fact. But let me put you on camera for the youth. That's it. Everybody too busy want to call somebody a snitch or a rat, and they never even been in the streets. They hide behind these cameras and type in dumb stuff. Podcasters halfway probably was in the streets running, being a little mule for somebody don't even understand. Want to call somebody a rat and then turn his program, his episode, into he's harboring a snitch and all that. No, they let it go over their head, and that's what holds our culture down, because we don't pay attention to real facts of what is really put in our face. And then we miss the boat. That's why we get everything last, because it be right in our face and we don't even jump on it and grab it. He was trying to show something to these kids. Don't think that you can go do what he did, come home and be good with it. Period. Alpo ran into me. I seen him. He sent somebody, yo, go hotel Boost. I'm like, what's up? At that Cali lounge, I was standing on the patio talking to my sis, and homie tapped me on the shoulder, and I seen Poe. He's like, yo, what up, dog? I'm like, oh, yo, what up? So yeah, tell him to come out. Let him. Went over there, seen him, put his hand out, gave it a pound. Yo, you look the same, man. I'm like, yeah, ain't nothing changed, but everything's still the same, bro. He's like, yeah, man, that's what's up. You looking good. And then he started trying to holler at my sis, and I walked off. Ain't no need me standing around nobody that might be a target. No. But ain't no pressure, ain't no nothing. We ain't never been them dudes, man. Detroit versus everybody. You most definitely one of Harlem's finest. I remember you bringing Clue down to NC. That's a fact. DJ Clue with Skane, his manager. Skane is my boy. Skane is people, man. Good people. More than one time I had Clue them down here. And this before Rockefeller Records. That's a fact. That was when Clue was like the Khaled of the game. Facts. He before all of the dudes' time. Been making noise. Came down here to Durham making noise. And I'm down here in Durham when Durham is baby Brooklyn. Nothing to play with. You ain't coming to Durham with none of that. Period. Came down here and got well loved. Because real recognize reals. Gangster recognize gangster. And I ain't saying I'm a gangster. I'm just saying. it could get that way if need be. I need to know how to turn it on and turn it off. That's it. I don't like to turn none of that on. I like to have some fun and chill and get to know people. If you broke and I can help you, because if I'm broke, I'm going to need some help. That's just how it goes. I ain't out here trying to stun on nobody. Detroit versus everybody said that's a fact. A lot of my mans went to Durham trying to hustle and left in body bags. And that's a fact. A few New York dudes came down and lost their lives, man. I heard stories about some of them that came before I got here. One of my homies in Raleigh, man, well respected, highly feared from Raleigh. Say he don't really like New York dudes. He said, but something about you I like, man. He said a lot of these New York dudes came down here and lost their life. Because you come down south and you stun on people and you act like you're better. Because you already know us New York guys, we can be arrogant and cocky at times. I never wanted to portray that type of style, be arrogant and cocky. I want to treat people like I want to be treated. And people always respected that. You had a little suckers in the cut try their luck. And they got that pushback at the ASS. And we had to let our point be known. Nah, this ain't nothing to play with. Don't take kindness for weakness. Because my squad was awesome. Love my boys. And that's a fact. But all of them was good dudes. We all held each other down. When you see one, you see all of us. We always in the club, 20 deep, chilling, having fun. I don't know many a times that we even really had fights amongst us, maybe disagreements. But I can remember for years straight, man, we was running and having great times, man. Till it got to the point where I had to fall back from all that crazy stuff. Forget them streets. But my team still stuck together. We started throwing parties and I opened up some clubs. I was throwing parties and then I opened up clubs. That's a fact. Detroit versus everybody said you came down there with respect and they embrace you. That's why they love you and DeHaven. That's a fact. DeHaven was down here, got love because he showed love to people. The tough guy-ish gets you nowhere. Tough guy acting tough and you better than other people and look at what they drive and look at what I'm driving. No. Try to help them get what you got driving. And no, you don't act like that. Nah. That tough guy stuff, that ain't gonna get you nowhere, brother. Jail saved a lot of dudes like Glaze with that tough guy energy. Streets would have dealt with that eventually, and that's a fact. L. Blaze said that's all facts. Streets definitely would have dealt with that. Because ain't nobody taking nothing from none of us and think they're going to be rolling around and chilling wherever they chill at and they cool and they comfortable and all that. Nah, man. I was always taught put the same pressure on an ant as you do an elephant. Nobody is exempt if they want to violate and disrespect you. And it's a fact, death before dishonor. Before somebody could play and say they took something from me, man, I just got to be in the grave, man. We ain't never had none of that. Ever. Period. Ain't nobody can say they took nothing from my brother. Ever. And you know that saying he was talking with Poe behind the scenes and he said he respect 95% of what he's saying. Say what he was saying that he respected. Because, sir, you can still respect some of the things that a snitch saying, like agreeing to they saying that they snitched. And this was the reason. Okay, I respect what you're saying on that note, but I don't respect what you did. So you just throw out there, he said he respect 95%, but you ain't saying what the conversation was about. You just made it look like he respecting the person that, you know, that cooperated with police. That ain't, well, I guarantee you that ain't what it was with Unique. That's a fact. And people that's been with him in them joints talk too highly of him. And we was in DC, he took me to one of these big parties, Antone White, great dude. One of them dudes is humble. Another guy, a nothing to play with dude. Y'all check his resume. Antone White, great dude. Hold on, my man's was in ADX with Wayne Perry. He even said, even though he hated Poe, all the dudes in the feds talking on Poe would have got hurt one-on-one with that man. That's a fact. I can't say who would have did what, but he knew how to fight. Period. He wasn't no punk. Only thing that I could say about Poe was he ain't never straight up walked up and blast people brains out and get jump back in the car and leave and then be back chilling next week. Nobody knows him for that. If y'all listen to all Poe stories, is yeah, me and my mans, I found out the nigga, he did this and did that, and so I called him up and told him, yo, man, we going to holler at these girls, and he get in the car with us, and and that's a lot of his kills was betrayal and deceit and sneak and get you, and if a person did wrong, you got to get them where you got to get them. I get it. But at the end of the day, he ain't the man that always walked up blasting people. Finesse analyzer said that's a fact. That was more Randy style, Randy Love style, and that's a fact. One of the guys ain't nothing to play with, which was Alpo's mentor. He had East Harlem in the smash. Randy Love did. And that was Alpo mentor. That's why Alpo knew, see somebody, I'm stepping to my business. That's one thing about it, he gonna step to his business. But y'all gotta remember, Poe got shot, I think, in the buttocks before. A dude shot him. That was somebody that wasn't scared of him in Harlem. He got shot. Nobody, people don't talk about that. Not only that, my homie from the Bronx gave Poe some work, and Poe didn't want to pay it. And AZ talk about that on what show was that? On the dude with the big mouth. AZ did an interview with him. He talk about the dude that he owed money to. And that's my bro. And I don't want to say his name because he home chilling, doing great. But he was coming looking for Poe every day. And if you would have seen Poe had that money, it would have been history back then. And that's a fact. So it was a lot of people wasn't scared of no Alpo, man. And a lot of people in Harlem definitely wasn't scared of no Alpo. A lot of big names. Right, Say Cheese. Say Cheese. AZ was on Say Cheese and he talk about that. So yeah. All of no Harlem wasn't scared of no Alpo. That's just like one dude right now running through Harlem and terrorizing people. You gonna say that he got the whole Harlem terrorized? No, Alpo just got a name and a fan base, so it may look like you gonna say all of Harlem. And no, it's not no all of Harlem, man. So people be wording all that stuff wrong. Period. We wasn't playing no games with nobody. Too many get busy dudes in Harlem back then. That's a fact. And like I said, real recognize real, gangster recognize gangster. Period. It ain't gonna be an easy task playing with that man. So you might as well leave it alone. And that's how that goes. That's why I was shocked when OG Hollywood said Harlem was soft. Yeah, that's the one part that I don't agree with OG Hollywood. Harlem ain't no soft. Ain't nobody was coming in my area playing. I don't care where y'all was from, who was what. But I respect OG Hollywood. I like OG Hollywood. Official dude. Never that. That's a fact. He said, but Poe was definitely one of them. Poe was definitely one not to play with, but he knew not to play with other people as well. Unless that's what you mean. Finesse analyzer. But yeah, plenty of people not to play with on that time. So, yeah, I can't understand how people try to tear down a good dude that's doing his thing and preaching for the youth and bringing you real examples. He's not just talking. He's bringing real examples. So if he pull up a guy that ratted, and nobody could get Alpo on an interview, but he did. So if he pull up a guy that's known for ratting and try to tell y'all what he did wasn't right, but what he did was right, was held it down through his time honorably. And this guy saying that he didn't, hold it down honorably, but he stand on what he did. But don't go there and do what he did. So you don't have to cooperate with the police. Leave that game alone. That's what that was. That's all that was. Ain't no Poe had my boy shook. No, I don't know nobody ever had my boy shook. Only one shook that he probably shook of is his mother, cause she's a gangster. That's the only gangster, man. That's my other mother too, man. That's the only one gonna have unique uh shook. Stop it. Yeah, he can make a lot of money off that joint with Poe, but people, they it put a salty taste in my bro mouth that people didn't understand the story, so he ain't even want to revisit that no more. He got mad other footage with him talking to Poe and bringing other examples. So when a person can bring you real examples to the TV screen, that's supposed to be respected, but then people that's supposed to be grown up G's, such as Miss T and Brian, and want to try to tear it down, but when you up there lying about how many things that you sold in the day and know you never sold that much work in your life, but people supposed to believe you, that's crazy work right there. That's nasty. That's nasty work. How they say that's nasty work right there, man. And you gonna tear brother character down. You never did that. Then Brian, you went and did what you did. Yeah. If you was out in the street and all that, a lot of people probably wouldn't play with you. That's to each his own. But you can't tear my brother down. He doing good, and then nobody say nothing back to you, bro. My brother not, cause he ain't gonna let you get none of his fan base. Well, for what? Because that's the only reason why you're doing that. Somebody even put that in the comments, man. You see Unique doing good, and you trying to get some of his. You want some attention thrown at you. You want Unique to mention you. If Unique wasn't one of them guys, then how the hell he get that exclusive with Poe? That's a fact. They look like fools, like lying on that man. Facts. Even Poe was on that video saying Unique is one of them ones. That's a fact. Comparing cars and all that. Facts. So don't tear nobody down, man. Got stories, but I ain't even gonna give you all of that. Worry about what you doing over there, my G. For real. Because ain't nobody was ever playing with my bro like that, man. Cause all to get money and all that'll go out the window. The spots will get closed down, man. Timberland boots get strapped up. If it would have came to that point. Go bother somebody else, because we having fun and chilling over here and get money, take care of our family and anybody that's around us, man. We not playing them games. This ain't the first time Glaze went Unique. He got some deep-rooted jealousy. That's a fact. Detroit versus everybody, and this is the only reason why I'm back speaking again. I was going back and forth with him before, as he kept trying to come at me and, laugh and joke on me. I'm sure he probably did his homework and called around and asked about me, but you ain't gonna get nothing but great rapport about me, because I'm a good dude, period. But ain't nobody who's gonna play with Bootsy like that outside. I'm sorry. It ain't gonna happen. And it ain't because I'm a tough guy. It's just because they don't want that what they want to give, they don't want to receive it. And that's what I know. Detroit versus everybody. I found your channel when you dropped that viral video exposing Glaze. I subbed straight away. Facts. Big respect. Salute. Detroit versus everybody. And Unique never had no issues with Glaze for him to be getting at Unique like that. No, I said something to Glaze, and Unique didn't want to address it. That's how he is. He ain't addressing nobody. He ain't falling into that. But yeah, his brother is, and he probably gonna say to be that, man, you shouldn't even said nothing. Da, 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 da. But I ain't say nothing crazy. I ain't saying nothing crazy, because it ain't even gonna mean nothing. Me trying to discredit Blaze or Glaze, whatever his name is, and going back and forth, I ain't getting no points for that. Y'all already know who he is. And he's a dude that's doing it from the home of wherever he at. We don't see him at no parties, no clubs, which that don't mean nothing, because everybody don't go to the clubs and parties and all that. But I'm just saying, talking about people all the time, man. That ain't bothering you. That's out here preaching good things for the youth. That's not good. It's called being a bully. I don't like no bully. Right, Unique never had an issue. That's a fact. Detroit versus everybody said, nah, it was an honorable video. The street raised us to always defend our brother, even when they're not present. And that's what I'm talking about. Gotta defend my brother. That's a fact, man. Because in real life, it was like that. He gonna defend me. That's what I do know. Took me with him up there on Vlad. He didn't have to take me up there with him, but he just know I was there with him. A few guys is disappointing that, ain't around that he had love for, and some, that he ain't even mad at that took the stand on him. He ain't even mad. But I'm just saying, he did that. We did Camp Capone together, made sure I was there with him. That's what brothers do, man. And anybody I got love for, man, if I could stand up, I'm standing up. I don't care. I was always that slim dude that punched and swing first when we was thumping back in the day. Always. And that's facts. We ain't never been that. So discredited my bro talk about he's sweet, soft, something, man. Nah. Find somebody else to talk about, man. For real. That's a finesse analyst said that's a fact. That Big Bear betrayal ripped Harlem apart. Yep. It was almost as bad as Rich and Poe. That's a fact, man. And Bear was the homie, man. Big teddy bear dude, but he wasn't nothing to play with. But at the end of the day, my bro said he ain't even mad at him. It is what it is. Made him a better man. Look where he at now. He chilling. And that's what we do. We make sure each other chill. My brother wasn't going to come home and be broke if I had something to do with it. And he know too many people that owed him favors before when he went in there, and they still respected him. So there's no way he was going to be broke. So that sounds stupid and dumb. That's another one of them boys Glaze would have never ran up on in the 90s. That's a fact. Glaze would have had a terrible time, man. Period. Because we coming. We not playing them games, taking something from us. Oh, we just overlook it like it's just, nah. The energy was too strong, man. The team was too strong, man. They said Brian was just violent with women. That's crazy. See? We ain't got to say nothing bad. Everybody already know. I ran with some of the best in the mean streets out there, man. That was my bros. Pistol Pete, that's my bro. Love him to death. Kev Frost, that's my bro. Love him to death. I mean, I can give y'all a list, man. Facts, BMO, good dude. We always be in Kingston together. Kingston, New York. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all my store I had up there in Kingston. Where all of us was up there. I opened up the store. Finesse Analyze said, I remember you, Pistol, and BMO. Facts. Yep, twin as well. That was my boy, man. God bless him. Him and Pete used to always come to the block, come snatch me up, man. And this was before they, created the Sex Money Murder. It was just, they was just friends and nothing to play with. It was nothing to play with then. That's probably how the Sex Money Murder came about, man. Nothing to play with, man. But that's a fact. Let me see where my store at, man. I thought I had a picture of the joint up in here, man. Damn, where'd it go? That's wild. Oh, yeah, I got it. me see if I can spin it around. This is my store that I had in Kingston, New York. I probably was 20 years old. And I had this, whatever age it was. That's when me, Pete, and all of us was up there chilling, doing us. Came together. And then I got locked up. And he used to come to my block, holler at my brother. Always trying to figure out when I'm coming home. Finesse Analyze said, if you were still around and not locked up, you would have been a good ear in Pete's ear to not get caught up. Facts. At least I would have tried. But one of my dudes told me, yo, bro, you could chill, man. One of my homies said, he told me, you could chill, man. You ain't got to. Pete said, man, F that, man. I taste blood already, man. These dudes ain't going to be playing with me out here. I dare you to probably tell the chill, man, let's go. Because I was calling them. I found this number. I came home. They was like, yo, man, your bro, Pete getting money. I'm like, what? Like, man, big money on car lots, all that. I think Baltimore somewhere. I don't know. I used to call him, and he'd be like, and I was down south. I was trying to get myself together, man. And so I was calling him. Yo, what's up, bro? And he's like, Boost, you home? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo. He's like, man, I'm going to get with you. I'm leaving B-More right now. I'm on my way back to the city. I'll call you and get to the city. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to come link up with you. He's like, all right, I got you. So I never really got up with my bro, man. We used to talk here and there. And he always was shaking and baking and moving. And then I heard the boys jumped out and snatched my bro up, man. It was crazy, man. And I didn't get to see my bro once I got touched back on the side from jail, man. But overall, he was a great dude. Pete would give you shirt off his back, man. And if he say he your man, he your man. And ain't nobody gonna touch or play with you. I promise you that. I remember Chuck. B-Love sound familiar. But I remember Chuck that used to be with them too. Brown Skin Chuck. His brother was the DJ. He used to have the mixtapes out popping too. Chuck brother. Yep, Brown Skin Chuck. Facts. They was promoting Lord Tariq. Facts. And shout out to Lord Tariq, man. He gave me a big shout on the Instagram a few weeks ago. But yeah, they was pushing Lord Tariq. Big facts. You know what you talking about, bro. Those was them good days. We was smashing them in Kingston, man. Then the police started getting hot on everybody, man. They called my store the drug store. Everybody was coming. I had all the video games in there, the pool tables and all that. Everybody used to be over there chilling, all the hustlers. And they put my joint in the newspaper. It's documented. 7 of us got locked up. Police ran up in my house. Locked 7 of us up. One of my little homies was 15 years old. He told them everything was his. They was trying to make him, took him in the back, trying to make him tell. Took him in the back, man. You better tell. My little homie came out, teared up. He's like, man, they about to let y'all go. I'm like, what? We talking sideways. He's over there to the right of me. Like, they about to let y'all go. But facing forward, I'm like, word. He's like, yeah, they kept trying to make me say no. But he took it. He took it. And that's what I call when you team working, when you out there in them streets. It was 7 of us. It was in the newspaper. So whatever Kingston newspaper was, it was in 92, 91. We all in the newspaper. Called my store the drugstore. All that, because all the people that so-called sold drugs, but we wasn't allowing no drug selling in there, none of that. No smoking weed in there, none of that. And they labeled my joint that. And it was a variety store. My mother used to make the gift baskets and all that. You can come buy the gift for your people's birthdays and all that. Your spot was the one where Big L shot the MVP video with the pool table. Nah, Big L wasn't even really popping like that at that point. He might have been doing mixtape stuff then, but nah, L wasn't up there yet. McGruff wasn't around either. But me and McGruff always was friends already anyway. But yeah, we went in there. My homie, you know, he told me it was his. I went and took my last $10,000 and got him a lawyer. And I was broke. Then I started coming back to Kingston and having to pitch myself. I had a team out there. And after that, I had to get in the field again to hold my homie down to make sure that he had commissary. The lawyer was paid for already. I started staying with this white girl, staying in her crib, utilizing her crib. And the police was so thirsty for me, they jumped out. We was taking the buses up, and when you take the bus up, we don't get off at the bus stop. Somebody told the police how people get off a street before the bus. We jumps off the bus, lights everywhere, whoop, whoop, whoop. Me and two of my homies, my boy Froggy and my boy Score. And they take us all downtown, and they found drugs on one of my homeboys, and they tried to take him in the back and tell him, just say it's Bootsies, man, and we're going to let you go. Nah, we're going to let you go. Just say it's Bootsies. They even knew my nickname and everything. And he wouldn't do it. He caught a bid behind it and all that. They had to let me go. They kept saying, now tell your mother to come up here, because my mother was in court saying, my son ain't no drug dealer. I'm hollering in court. And now they got me in there, you know, hoping to find something. Hoping to find something. They had to let me go. My homie, thorough. That's what you call thorough. We don't know the meaning of snitching. We go do our time. Facts. And what's make it so bad, what put the police onto me was a guy that I looked out for. I met him through somebody who was like, yeah, he was into arts and crafts stuff. He wanted to open a store. I was like, all right, well, let's work together up here. I got the crib. I let him stay in the crib at my house, everything. I didn't know he was getting high off heroin, sniffing heroin. He got caught up, and he told them we was left for Christmas to go see our family. And he was up there ratting, setting everything up. When we get back to the house, police creeping. I'm watching them walk up to my door. I'm thinking it's the mailman. The mailman at the door. I mean, not the mailman, the cable man. I'm paying the cable man. I'm seeing the police creeping up with you know how they hold the guns with two hands. Two of them creeping up. And the mailman got startled. I thought it was a fake. I thought he was with them. You know, come to find later, he wasn't. He really was there getting the bill money. And they was in the back, kicked the doors in and all that. Threw me on the ground. No, they kicked the door in, and I'm hearing my boys, yo, yo, yo. Drugs come flying out the window by me. I'm trying to move away from the drugs. They came flying out the window. And the police see me inching over, grabbed me, threw me on the ground, put his foot on my neck and everything. But at the end of the day, now I found out the mailman wasn't with them, man. 313, what up? Appreciate the check-in. Yeah, y'all looking, man, please subscribe. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button for me, man. But, yeah, those was my Kingston days, man. Pistol Pete and all of us used to be outside playing dice by the Red House. They used to call it the Red House. Sister Soldier Brother, I had to smack their head for him. Violating me. Pistol Pete was in the crib. I covered the crib. Pete opened the door. Was like, he upstairs. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. About 8 in the morning. And he laughing. I'm smacking his head, go up there, wake him up, smacking that head, smacking him down the steps. And I ain't saying this to brag. I'm just letting y'all know this is the world that we used to be in, and it didn't add up to nothing, you know. And look at where my bro at, and a few of my other bros, and look where my bro Unique just came from. So, you know, I tell Pete, you ain't see me in this nigga. Come outside, crackhead lady saved that man's life. Period. But those was them days that, you know, I had up there with my bro Pete. Staxo said, I heard you niggas taking care of preacher. What's up with that? You see, stop listening to stuff. That heard word is so corny, man. I heard. Tell him to prove it. Ain't no way in the world my bro will ever do none of that. For what? Wasn't taking care of him when he was out in the streets. What are you gonna take care of him for while he in jail? Does that make sense? No. See, these stories that people make and come up with is just why I'm up here. Because you discrediting the character of a made man and discrediting the character of a made man that gave their life up and just telling these youth, this is not what we do and this is not what we want to do and this is what you don't need to get yourself caught up in. Staxo said Miss T jacking that. I don't know. That's what I'm saying, bro. Miss T says she made $500,000. Yeah, $500,000 a week. Do you believe that, Staxo? XC Mentality said Unique was in Victorville when the New York car ran preacher off the yard. Never paid that man a cent. See that, Staxo? It's people that can speak for it. Ain't nobody paying nothing to nobody that sent other people to jail away from their families, man. Tuh. 313 Thugger said, that's why I respect your channel and tune in. I appreciate that, man, and respect to you as well. And it's just real, recognize real, that's all. Ask him about that one. Unique never got ran off no yard. What he looked like paying him, that's my point, mentality, XC mentality. Yo, that's, and people out here assassinate people's character and knowing that their story is not a real story. The story is not a real story, man. The streets would have known all of this. And then you're going to make up something about a real man? Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it, man. I don't like people that try to bully people and all that. Not saying they bullying my bro. I'm just saying they know he ain't trying to talk to them. He good. He's doing what he do. Period. So I'm going to speak up for my bro. I don't care. It is what it is. They done jet the D's in the door. Unique is cool and be hanging out with the rat, Ali Zoe. Mentality said no paperwork on Ali Zoe. I ain't seen none yet neither. And that's, y'all throw that snitch word out there real strong about people. And OG Hollywood has said, y'all might run into these people and it ain't gonna be nice when they run up on you. You're gonna be stuck. What? Like, and that boy got busy behind the wall. I was in Coleman with him. They said the paperwork is out. Google Ali name. No, go get it and show it. That's what you do. You Google it, show it. Stacks will say he should have told Poe there is rules. We all know that as soon as you come out your house. Saying that we know it, that we have rules, Poe already know that. Everybody know that. And he told Poe, I don't respect what you did. That's it. What more do we need to say? That's it. Everybody know the rules when you come out the house. Telling it to a man, he already told you that. He did what he needed to do to save himself. He said that. So he already know he broke the rules. So there's no need to say it. period. It's like looking at a chocolate ice cream and saying, yo, the ice cream is chocolate. We already know it's chocolate. We see what it is. Like, nah, brothers, we got to tighten up, man. And we got to stick together out here. We got to open some businesses up, treat it like a corporation. 10 of us get together with $1,000 at a round table and let's go open up a Subways. I think a Subways is what, 20, 30 grand? We get 30 people with $1,000, open the Subway up, let that roll. And let's get to another one. Come across another $1,000, get another one. And we hiring people, our people, putting our people behind there working. And then a lot of our people got to tighten up about wanting to work, because a lot of us don't even like to work, want to be lazy. A lot of our men that's out here like to go and live with a woman and live up under this woman and don't pay nothing, want to play PlayStations all day while the woman is at work. We got to tighten up out here, man. A woman can't kick me out. This is my house. This in my name right here. This is a 3-bedroom, 1-car garage that I had since 2006. I've been staying here. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that if I could do it, y'all could do it. If, you know, this goes to people that don't have one. And if you had a 1-bedroom house, it's yours. That's a fact. Funny Face said, do you know Itchy Moo? Yeah, I know Itchy Moo. And he hurt everybody bad with what he did, man. Hurt our feelings. Supposed to have been a thorough guy, man. He out here in Durham somewhere, I think, or Raleigh. One of them, or went back. I don't know. 313, you one of the few street legends from New York who have no smut on their name. That's a fact. I fell on my sword so other people can, you know, make right choice decisions out here, man. Unique fell on his sword so people can do the right thing. That's a fact. L Bliss, I'm definitely trying to check on you on the business side of the game. Facts, man. That's what we need to do. All of us get together, man, and create something. I got my brother G-Head, man. Never let me down, man. Been making moves for years together. If something failed, we go back and try something else, or we keep trying to make it happen. If we see there's no way that it can happen, we'll go and make another route. But we stay doing something that's going to benefit our family, our kids. That's what this is all about. And to help other people that we consider our brothers from another mother and father. Let's help everybody eat. We more powerful together, man. I'm never going to sit there and see a dude fly by on something nice. I'm going to be like, oh, who was that? Oh, that's so-and-so, so-and-so. Oh, word? Oh, man, I could get that too, man. So what? Never going to say that. No, that was a nice joint, man. Wow, that's what's up. That's how I met Unique, on the matter of fact. Riding around fly joints, seeing him with my little man. Yeah, my email is bigbucks, ENT@AOL.com. Big Bucks, like BUCKS, E as in Eric, N as in Nancy, T as in Tom, at AOL. And so I seen, you know, Unique riding these fly joints and all that. I'm already popping, but I need, you know, I ain't around AZ no more. I need some, you know, something new. But I have my own people I was going to, you know, see and all that. But I'm like, I need to see who that is. Homie riding around them fly joints. I seen one of my homies with him, and I pulled my homie coat. And I'm like, yo, who homie you was riding with? And he told me who he was. I said, yo, I need to meet that dude, bro. What's up? I need to meet him. My homie introduced us, and we never looked back. Ever. It was always loyalty, period. That's just how it goes, man. And that's all I know, loyalty and keeping 1,000. And I stand on with my faults and my wrongs and whatever I do and whatever I did. And y'all can hit me up on my IG, The Real Big Bootsie, BOOTSIE. Make sure y'all check my movie out on Tubi, man. A Polished Soul. Like polished, fingernail polished. Like that car's polished, clean. A Polished Soul. Check that joint out. Got some new ones coming. My bro just finished a movie the other day, wrapped it up 2 days ago. It's called Wrong Number. Shot it down in Jacksonville. I got a few people in that movie. My boy Terry D. So yeah, we doing things, man. We making moves. It's not a game. But once again, y'all dudes that's lazy and don't like to work, man, y'all gotta get up off your ass and do something. Try to get your stuff in your own name. Get your own crib. Like I said, if you got a 1 bedroom, if you got a studio apartment with a bathroom, the kitchen, and your bed, and it's nice, keep it nice, and it's yours. You don't got to worry about a woman telling, get mad at you and say, man, get out my house. When things, you get into an argument, and then sometimes y'all ladies, y'all got to stop, going at a brother like that too. When you already initiated the BS, and if y'all get into a little argument, you use that over his head to get out the house. Why not just go into another room and, figure out the argument later? But you quick to get out now. If you acting like you want to fight you and all that, all right, I get it. Now, if he ain't wanting to work and wanting to do something, then yeah, I get that too. But a little simple argument, then say, get out, that ain't fair, that ain't cool. Give a brother a heads up, say, yo, I need you to go, man, about 2 weeks, man, get it together, man. Give him time, get it together, man. That's it. But a lot of y'all bros, y'all need to get up and get out, get your own, put stuff in your name. And if you with your woman and y'all together, then you tell her my name going on the lease too. We got to tighten up with our credit and all that. Credit is powerful out here right now. A lot of these white people ain't buying nothing. They utilizing their credit. A lot of these guys out here with cars, big boy cars, and don't got a big boy house. Some live in the projects riding in the Mercedes Benz. That don't even add up. That's backwards. I ain't even pressed for cars no more. We done did all that already. I don't got to do none of that. 313 said, I got a 1 bedroom and I love it. Facts. And not ashamed. Had a 3 bedroom home, but had to let it go because of finances. Yeah, it's called fall back to get ahead. You fall back, get your stuff back together, you're going to have another 3 bedroom house, bro. Because that's just by you saying that, and you ain't even have to say that. It shows me that you thinking and you moving correctly. That's just how that goes. So there ain't no need to feel bad. Yeah, right. You know how many people out there that don't even got that? Sometimes some of the girls that they live with still let them in the house. They don't even got the keys to the crib when the girls let them stay there. That's crazy. I wish I would ever. I was 16 with 2 apartments in New York. And that's facts. On record. That's all I know. So, just wanted to come and touch some bases with y'all, man. I'm about to roll out. I got things to do. I have to go open this truck up, get it rolling and popping. And, get to that money, man. Because that's all we know. We get money more than one way. We're not stuck in the zone. And this goes to all y'all podcasters, man. Stop spreading the business about people and you don't really have the real facts. Everybody reading off paperwork, talking about Meech. We don't need to see all the paperwork. The only thing you had to do is show that one page that said that he did something. Nobody did that yet, and that's not good to assassinate that man's character. And he went and stood up. And everybody want to jump on the bandwagon for views and to get a little check because you ain't never really used to money and getting money. Y'all crazy, man. Stop it. That ain't how it goes, man. But peace to all my knowledgeable people out there. Thanks for showing me love, man. All y'all new people out there, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And please share this, share this, share this. This ain't no beef or no disjoint to Brian or Miss T. I'm just speaking facts. And if I said something wrong, then show me receipts. because I have plenty of them. I just don't say everything because it really ain't even worth it. Just don't sabotage a real man that's doing real things out here, man. Or a real woman that's doing real things out here. That's definitely benefiting our youth that went and stood on that sword. All right, salute 313 L Bliss. Peace, y'all. Your boy Big Boosie. I'm signing out. I'll see y'all. I'll be back. I got a few more things to touch bases with y'all with, man.